They're getting rid of Hangouts on Air soon.
I saw that. What else are we supposed to do?
I know, I'm crying. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to Tribal Council. So, first of all, Matt, congratulations on individual immunity.
Thank you.
So, as the person with the only person, obviously, who can't be immune and therefore the most choices as to who to vote this tribal council, what are you looking for in tonight's vote?
I'm just looking for the fine middle ground between who I think I could possibly beat for immunity, who I could possibly go with at the end, who would vote with me if I don't win immunity. It's just about who you can trust enough, but who isn't too threatening at the same time.
Minor. That's a lot of good points there. You gotta balance strategies, physical, and also beatability in the end. So, what kind of move are you trying to make that puts you in a position to win if you make it to Final Three? Like, what sort of things have you been doing to make sure that you would get votes in Final Tribal?
It's been like trying to. Well, first of all, I've just been trying to like see if I could make it to the end. So that's what I've been most focused on, and then I've just been putting that on the side. But yeah, but I have been thinking of like who I have in like an equal playing field. Maybe in the final tribal, like that could swing with like my answers. And I feel like maybe there's a chance. It's just I guess the first part is getting there.
Nice. Devin, so I know at this round and like 2 or 3 rounds earlier, people start looking for goats to take to the end, people who they think they could easily beat. But with such a dynamic game this season specifically, do you think there is someone who is an obvious goat, or do you think everyone is still very much live as in terms of the winner pool, and that it's going to literally come down to the very end?
I don't think just because the way this season started and progressed throughout this final part of the game, there are any goats to bring to the end necessarily. I mean, I personally think that there's clear-cut favorites to win. Some of us win. Some of us may not agree with those. But I've had those discussions, and it plays out the way it plays out. I mean, there's 5 of us left. Our options are limited. I definitely think, for me personally, I'm going on who I feel, if I got to the end, who I'd have a better chance with.
Nice. Minor. So at this point, is it more? Do you think it's better to go with someone whose game you know and could easily like dismantle in front of the jury and point out contradictions in their game, or someone who you don't know, so that then you have more opportunities to talk about yourself and have a more different game? So basically, is it better, do you think, to have someone who played similar or different next to you?
It would. It depends, because if you play too similar of a game, it might just come down to like social and your bonds with jury people. But I feel like looking at the other 4, I feel like they've had like different games. So I don't necessarily think like any of us in the final 5 have played like the same kind of game. So you just have to see which one you feel like you could be at the end. Yeah.
One thing that we haven't talked about, so the middle of the merge was very idol heavy and advantage heavy, and even last round, I mean, you played the legacy advantage. So this is Final 5, and everyone knows Final 5 is the time that most powers expire, aside from those like the legacy advantage and stuff like that. So, do you expect there to be powers played tonight?
Even if there is, there is. There wasn't much talk about it today, but we can. We're gonna see what happens if, I had my legacy advantage that I played. Ended up not mattering because I only got 2 votes, but it was good to have just in case it did come down to that. As everybody said, most of this game, if somebody has an advantage, they have an advantage. I thought they expired at 6, so so that's, I guess I didn't think about it. So, but anyway, that's all I have to say about it.
And Matt, so for everyone else without immunity, what words of wisdom would you impart on them to get through this tribal council? Because obviously they can't vote for you, so saying don't vote for Matt. So what would you say?
My words of wisdom are, I don't know. It's not. It's nice to be safe, but it certainly doesn't mean you should make the safe choice. And I think that's something that we need to consider at Final Four too. Whoever wins that immunity, it's not the same as having like a Final Two, and the person who wins final immunity is picking who goes and who doesn't go. So each vote is still really about who you can trust.
I think you're mute, Monty.
I think he's on mute on purpose.
I think that's planned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So was anyone touched by Matt's words of wisdom?
Honestly, I don't even remember what I said. It was.
I mean, they were very poetic. That's all I have to say.
I'm an English major, so it's very important to me.
All right, sorry about that. I was touched, but if anyone has anything left to say it now. If not, we will get to the votes. All right. As always, I'll be counting down from 10 to 0. You have until that time to either cast or change your vote. Once I reach 0, all votes are locked. So let's get to it. 10, 9,
Monty.
8. Yes.
I just want to be sure like this vote is gonna go the way it should be. So I'm gonna use my vote steal on chips.
All right. This is a real vote steal. Minor is stealing Chips' vote, which means Chips will not have a vote, and Minor will have 2 votes. I'm going to start over from 10. If this changes your voting plans, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll go get the vote.
Devin, I hope you had a great Father's Day.
It was a lot of fun. We went to a baseball game, and it was cold because it's only 53 degrees here in the Midwest. And then we went to the Lazy Dog for dinner. I don't know if you ever heard of that place.
I
But
have
you can bring
not. What is it?
You can bring your dog to dinner with you.
Oh.
Oh, that's so cute. But anyways, I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is the last time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the chat immediately. All right, the votes. First vote, Chips. Second vote, Chips. The 24th person voted out of Tumblr Survivor Kuwait and the 9th member of our jury, Chips. Chips, the tribe has spoken, and it is time for you to go. All right, well, congratulations everyone on making it to the final four. You just have one immunity challenge left and one more tribal council, and three of the four of you will be sitting in front of the jury pleading your case as to why you should win. So congratulations, you are almost there. Just a little tiny bit left to go. Good job, everyone. I'll see you soon.